Good morning, everybody. Mark Finan here in the home weather office on this Tuesday morning. It's now the 18th day of November, 2025, and this is the morning briefing coming to you from the home weather office. And as I look out the window, let me show you what I see. There's a little bit of blue sky out there. They still have some clouds hanging around, but as we go through the day today, these clouds will thin out. And while it has been nice to see the rain and snow over the last few days, and it's actually been pretty active since, about last Thursday? Wednesday, Thursday? It will be nice to see some sun today and again during the day tomorrow, but we will be looking at the next chance of rain coming our way during Thursday. So I'll time that out and show you how much we're going to see. I'll give you a hint. Right now, we're not expecting very much out of that. I do, however, want to do something this morning that, this format gives me the opportunity to do. Yesterday in the comments section, somebody said, hey, the model did really well yesterday with some of the downpours in Stanislaus County. So I thought I'd show you what was happening yesterday and also show you how the models looked at it. So let's go ahead and do that. So let's go to the radar. And this is from yesterday, and this is covering the time yesterday afternoon between about 1:30 and 4:30 or so. And you can see these lines of rain, and there was some hail in here. There's some thunder and lightning, and these couple of little lines that went through. We also saw some showers in Sacramento County, but the heaviest activity was certainly in San Joaquin and Stanislaus County, as well as into Tuolumne County, and as well as farther south into Merced County and Mariposa County. So this is what actually happened yesterday afternoon. And I'm sure some of you were seeing this. All right. So let's see what the models actually were showing. So let's go to this. Let me call this up full screen. So this is yesterday morning's 12Z run from the HRRR. Going through the afternoon, and as you can see, this looks pretty good. Now this is 2 p.m., so the exact timing was off a little bit, but certainly the idea was there that there would be less activity in Sacramento and to the north, and the best activity would be in San Joaquin and Stanislaus County as we go through the afternoon, and then down into Merced County as well. So this is 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and while this doesn't exactly match up, again, all the model is really trying to do is to give you an idea. It's just kind of trying to sketch things out for you in broad strokes about what may be happening. So in a case like this, as a forecaster, when we were looking at this yesterday, say, okay, where's the most likely area to see thunderstorms or hail and that sort of thing? Well, you're not going to find it in Sacramento, Marysville, or Chico, but what you will find is maybe in San Joaquin, Stanislaus, and Merced counties and the foothills just to the east. So that's, so again, I mention that all the time, that you can't look at this model and go, oh, right here in, east of Patterson at 2 p.m., so 2 p.m., that there's going to be a downpour. It just doesn't happen that way. But again, if you look at it in terms of the broad strokes, it does give you a good idea of what might happen. So anyway, just thought I'd do that and take a look back. Now let's see what's happening right now. All of that activity is now moving off to the east. We still have the circulation here, however, and you can see some of this moisture coming into the southern Sierra. We have clearing behind it, but there's also a little bit of fog in the valley, and I think we are going to see some fog over the next couple of mornings. We still have a lot of moisture around. We're not expecting a lot of north wind to dry things out, and so I would expect that tonight, tomorrow morning, that there could be more widespread fog in the valley. Behind that, there's really not much coming our way just yet, and we'll get to what's going to happen with this next weather system out here. For that, let's go to the GFS, and this has to be the 6Z run. The 12Z isn't quite in just enough. So here's that cutoff low beginning to exit through Southern California. There will be some residual showers from that I'll show you here in a second. And then behind that, we have this little bit of ridging, and so that keeps us dry through today and tomorrow. And then this next system comes our way early Thursday morning. There's just not going to be a lot to it. This is another one of these splitting systems. Some of the energy is up here, some of it's diving down this way, and then that's just not a great pattern at all. This is Thursday night. So what's turning into another cutoff low, meandering around in Southern California. So as we get into the weekend, ridging for Northern California keeps us dry. And then as we go out into Fantasyland, let's see what day we're up to now. This is Tuesday of next week, so a week away. Some weak troughs go by, but nothing significant. And then this is Friday, so the day after Thanksgiving, a system going by that we'll have to keep our eye on for what it might mean. So let's go to the HRRR for today. Make sure that I'm on today. Yeah, today is the 18th, 12Z. Perfect. So I mentioned some of that moisture coming up from the south. We'll continue to see some snow showers in areas like the high country of Yosemite today and points south. Be some showers into Death Valley. Death Valley is always really cool when it rains. But in Northern California, really not much going on. Some showers in the deserts of Southern California as well. This is Wednesday. We are dry. Now, this model will only go through early Thursday morning. And here comes the next system. But if you just look at this model, look at here. This is at 6Z, so this is around 10 o'clock at night. We have some rain on the north coast. So for those of you in Humboldt County, you'll get some rain on Wednesday night. And then as we head into Thursday, that system, it kind of loses its enthusiasm. All right, that's as far as the HRRR goes. Let's go to the NAM. Let's see how the NAM handles this. Same sort of timing. This is that same time, 10 o'clock on Wednesday night. Rain on the north coast. But since this goes farther out in time, you can see how that line just kind of loses its enthusiasm. All the energy is sapped out of it. And once again, we may see more rain in Southern California. This is during the day on Friday. And so how much rain are we talking about? Maybe a tenth of an inch in Sacramento. This is going to be one of those things that before the sun comes up on Thursday morning, there'll be some light rain, and there may be some light snow in the Sierra, but this isn't what I would call another storm. I did see somebody tweet yesterday, the next storm's expected on Thursday. No, this isn't going to be a storm. We're not expecting wind. We're not expecting heavy rain. So this is some passing showers before the sun comes up on Thursday. I think that's a better way to put it. Yeah, this isn't anything to write home about. This is just some passing showers. And let me back up a bit here. So let me go to so this is midday on Thursday. As you can see, most areas are dry in the middle of the day. So if you have outdoor plans, for those of you that work outdoors, Thursday is not going to be a washout kind of day. And then during the day Friday, Southern California gets the rain and Northern California is once again dry. All right, let's go farther out in time and let's go to the GFS. I don't think the GFS is going to be far enough out. We might have to go back to the 6Z run. But here's that same thing showing the rain in Southern California on Friday. Actually, it'd be more productive in Southern California than it is Northern California. Here's the weekend. This is dry. So any outdoor plans this weekend will be nice. However, with this flat pressure gradient, there will likely be some fog in the valley each morning, hopefully burning off by the afternoon. And let's see, this gets into Monday, Tuesday. This only gets into Monday night. So we are dry. Now we have to go back to the 6Z run to see what this shows. Again, the 12Z run isn't fully in just yet. All right. This is Tuesday. This is Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve. We are dry. Traveling north, south, east, west, anywhere throughout California is dry. And then Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, increasing clouds. Thanksgiving Day, there could be some showers on the north coast. This is Friday morning, midday. Yeah, we could see some showers and maybe some snow on Black Friday. This is Friday afternoon. we'll keep an eye on this, and keep in mind that this would still qualify as Fantasyland. This is 10 days out. So we'll see what happens with that. I would say that after we get through those couple of showers on Thursday morning, this is our next chance of any rain. And this would be something that would pass through pretty quick so that the rest of the holiday weekend would be fine. So we'll keep an eye on that. But again, I do want to, even though it is out in Fantasyland, I do want to keep looking at that so that you guys have an idea, because I know that there's a lot of travel, whether you're traveling or your family's traveling, or just whatever it might be that you have planned around Thanksgiving week and the weekend following. I'll just keep an eye on that for you. But usually I don't like to spend too much time at Fantasyland, but in a time like this, we make an exception. That's everything I have for you on this Tuesday morning. Yeah, it's going to be nice to see the sun again today. Make it a great day. I'll talk with you later.